Hey there, Jennifer here. In today's Philippine Travel Update, I'm going to talk about the Civil Aviation and Authority of the Philippines press release, which was posted last March. What is it about? It's something that we all should be aware of. It's regarding our safety. This press release is entitled CAP Coordinates with Airlines to Increase Awareness on Carrying Dangerous Goods in Air Travel. Dangerous goods. We're not talking about drugs here. As you can see in the picture, you probably get a hint. Battery banks. If you guys are aware, last January there was a major incident. A passenger's power bank ignited. It blew up in the cabin of an Air Busan plane. It, caused fire and damaged almost half of this aircraft. Like, it's toasted. It's really bad. Thankfully, the passengers were able to evacuate early on, so no one died. 3 people got minor injuries. So battery banks or power banks, it has become such an important travel accessory, right? I personally bring my power bank all the time when I travel, even if it's just a domestic flight, because our phones are so important to us now these days. And it's useful, especially when, like at the airports, the charging stations sometimes are full, or sometimes the charging ports on the plane don't work. And if you're flying with a budget airline, they don't have charging ports at all. So thus, the battery bank is very useful. But what does CAP say about it? Well, according to the regulations, power banks are classified as portable lithium-ion battery devices, and they are strictly prohibited in checked baggage due to the risk of overheating and potential fire hazards. There you go. They are strictly prohibited in checked baggage. In Filipino, bawal pong maglagay ng power bank sa checked-in na bag. Kailangan naka-hand carry siya. Okay, hand carry power bank, good. Checked in, bad. So yes, we can bring our power bank on the plane, but there are restrictions. You can bring your power bank if the watt hours is within 100. If it's more than, if it's 100 watt hours to 160 watt hours, you need to get the approval of your airline. And if it's more than 160 watt hours, no, that's prohibited. So stay on your lane, stay under 100 watt hours. 100 watt? I don't even know the measurement of that too. It's not something we hear, right? So let's speak in simpler terms. Milliampere. So power banks, like the one I have a 10,400 power bank. I use this with me all the time. And it's more than enough. Like, I can charge my phone twice with this full battery. So going back, guys, your power bank should be within 27,000 milliampere. Then you can bring that with you, no problem. If it's more than 27,000, you'll need approval of your airline. But if it's more than 40,000 milliampere or mAh, naku po, you can't bring that with you. Leave it at home. Okay? Now, most airlines follow the IATA's guidelines, which is this nga. If it's under 27,000 milliampere, you're good. You can use that power bank. You don't need a battery bank that's like more than 27,000 milliampere or 40,000. You're not charging a Tesla. You're just charging some gadgets. Phone, tablet, iPad. So just stay under 27,000 milliampere, guys. And there is more about this battery bank. Some airlines are stricter. And what are these airlines? Usually Asian airlines. In fact, Korea, the South Korean government made it into a law which started this March that spare batteries and e-cigarettes cannot be stored in overhead bins. Passengers must keep them on hand or in a seat pocket. Charging power banks on the plane or between devices is also banned. So that's very understandable. I want to say this in Filipino. So, ibig sabihin po, pag yung airline nyo ay South Korean airline, bawal ilagay sa overhead bin, yung sa taas, lalagyan natin ng bag. So, bawal ilagay sa overhead bin yung battery bank or e-cigarettes. Yung mga battery bank, e-cigarettes, dapat nasa sa inyo yan sa lap ninyo or dun sa pocket in front of you, yung sa upuan mo. Hindi pwede dun sa overhead bin. And then second, yung battery bank, hindi siya pwedeng gamitin during the flight. Yes, pwede mo siyang dalhin, but hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-charge, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-charge. Okay? Yan. That's for South Korean-owned airlines. What are they? For example, Korean Air, Air Seoul, Jeju Air, Asiana Airlines, Jin Air, Air Busan, T-Way. Yeah, those are the major ones. There are also other airlines that are following this rule, such as EVA Air, China Airlines, Thai Airways, and Air Asia. They have the same rule. These airlines have prohibited the use and charging of power banks during flights. You are advised to use onboard power outlets instead. And I want to say this in Filipino. Kung sasakyan nyo pong eroplano is itong EVA Air, China Airlines, Thai Airways, or Air Asia, hindi nyo pwedeng gamitin yung power bank. Kailangan dun kayo sumaksak. Dito. Sa airplane charging port talaga. So yeah, you guys, if you're flying with these airlines, use airplanes charge. And just a general tip, guys. If you have any lithium battery powered gadget, put it in your carry-on bag. The reason is, it's simple. You know, if it catches fire, it's easier and faster to handle in the passenger area than in the planes. So it's easier to handle if it's with you. So to be clear, guys, if it has a battery, kung may battery yan, keep it with you during the flight. I-carry on mo. While we're already on the topic of prohibited items or rules of carrying, let's go over civil aviation prohibited items. This is according to the Office for Transportation Security, a Philippine government office. So first up, this is a general rule and we probably all know this. For carry-on, you can't bring too much liquid aerosols and gels. There are limits. So your container must be 100 ml or less. And all containers must fit into a transparent, resealable 1-liter plastic bag. There are exemptions though for this rule. For example, medicine. It's in a liquid form. You can bring it with you, but you'll need a prescription. So all prescription and over-the-counter medications that are in liquid, aerosols, or gels, including medical lubricant, eye drops, saline solutions, you can bring it with you if you can show prescription or statement from your doctor or medical professional. How about for babies? Yan, there are also considerations. For baby formula, for a bottle-fed child or breast milk, you can bring in more than 100 ml, but you'll have to declare this at the screening checkpoint. You'll have to let your airline know as well. Okay? Next up, sharp objects. You can't bring that inside the airplane or on your carry-on. In the Philippines, we always say, remove sharp objects from your body. So, you can bring the knives, scissors, razors, sharp objects, but it has to be on your checked-in luggage. Moving on, flammable and explosive items, very understandable, such as lighter, torch, e-lighters. You can't bring that with you. Matches, electronic or not. Paint, no. Work tools like screws, wrench, no. You can't put that on the carry-on. Moving on, well, obviously firearms or blunt items like a baseball bat or a golf thing. Yeah, something that can be used to hurt other people. You're not allowed to bring that with you as a carry-on. Musical instruments, this is according to PAL. Every airline might have different rule, but with PAL, if it's a guitar, whether it's in hard or soft cases, It must be labeled fragile and must be signed, and you can't carry on that. You have to check in baggage. Other musical instruments that are smaller like violins, ukuleles, they are allowed for carry-on or checked. Yeah, there is a specific size. Total dimension must be 45 inches. Loose strings are not allowed inside the plane as carry-on. But if it's attached to an instrument, it's allowed. And a general rule, if it's valuable to you, if it's expensive, if it's very, very important, if you can, take it with you, okay? Carry on. Wag mong i-check in. Okay, that's all for this video, guys. It's mostly about power banks. Carry on, okay? Take it with you inside the plane. It's better if it's in your lap. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't done so. If you have anything to add, if you have a interesting experience, comment them down below and I'll read them. Bye!